Hey everybody, we are here with day 31 of Junk Journal, January 2025. And I know I've been missing the last week with this. And no excuses, I just haven't done it. Sometimes you just have to say, I don't want to do it. And sometimes you have to be okay with that. But I didn't want to leave it kind of hanging. So I thought I would come on here and do the last day, day 31, is letter. And, yeah. So, Junk Journal, January 2025, hosted by @Meg Journals. Hashtag Junk Journal January to see what everybody else is doing. And you can see my day 1 through 23, I believe, as well, if you haven't already caught those. Again, I've skipped a handful of these, and I'm okay with that. But I wanted to kind of come on today and wrap this up. The prompt is letter, and I think I have the cutest little print off from Hither and Yon Studio. It's cut off, but Hither, Hither, and Yon, Yon, studio.com. Subscribe to her newsletter, and she sends out freebies every once in a while. And this one is the cutest. It's an envelope with little cards and some background and some fussy cuts. I think, though, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out the envelope. I rarely ever do these, like, kits, like these little projects, but I'm just inspired to do this one this time, for whatever weird reason. I printed it out on just regular copy paper. I think it's the heavier weight copy paper. I have 2 stacks of copy paper by my printer, and I think this is the heavier weight one. But I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna do the background on it, so it'll give it a little bit more sturdiness. I'm not gonna back it on the envelope. I'm not gonna back it on folder like we normally do. I am gonna back these on this piece of folder. Yep. These are 2 little postcard things, letter things, journal cards, however you want to look at them. I just thought they were too cute. And you know, for whatever weird reason, I have a fondness for bees and honeybees and all that. And so I thought, okay, well, I will print this off. I will do this little project, make me a little envelope, and whatever I don't use can go in my little bee, my glue book, my honeybee glue book that I've been working on. So it all worked out to where I wouldn't, you know, wouldn't waste any of it, if that makes sense. So here we are. Yeah, I kind of didn't finish the challenge. I kind of got burned out with it, to be honest. I trudged through, like, the last 3 or 4 videos I did. I kind of trudged through them, and I kept telling myself, why am I doing this? If I'm not enjoying it, why am I doing this? It's not that I wasn't enjoying it. It's just that, my brain was on to several other things. I've got a few irons in the fire as far as collage and glue booking and things like that I'm just really feeling right now. And that's really what I wanted to do. I didn't want to make ephemera for journals that I'm not making right now. And so I abandoned the challenge. And I'm okay with that. It's not the first challenge I've abandoned. Probably won't be the last. You know, and that's okay. It's okay to do that. Nothing against at Mag Journals because this was definitely a challenge, which, I mean, the whole purpose of challenges is to be challenging. And when you do like month challenges or alongs, you have the challenge of doing the prompts, but you have the challenge of doing them every day. And so therefore, again, it's a bit of a challenge. And it was just too much for me right now. But I saw this little kit, and it was cute. And so I thought, yep, I want to do that. So this is the envelope. And before we fold it, we're going to, again, I've never really done these before. We're going to stick it on and give it some background. I think it would be best if I glue over here on my glue book like a good person should do. But my glue book's too small for this, so we're going to glue here. I want to get a good layer of glue on it since I'm kind of going to sandwich it to another page, and I'm going to be doing some folding and things like that. So be sure and get a good glue on it. And I could plunk it down in the middle, but I'm going to try to salvage again much of this as I can for my bee book. Let that seal a little bit. In the meanwhile, I'm going to grungy up my edges a little bit. I assume that these will fit, surely. Now, I know a handful of you guys have the stamps that look like the sealed, like a postcard, like a mailed letter with the little squiggly lines and all that. I don't have that stamp, and that's okay. But I did find, going through my sticker stash, because that's what I've been doing lately, some stamps that, some stickers that look like stamps. So I might use those. Maybe. They're kind of big. I mean, I could just use some old stamps, because I have plenty of those. But I don't think Heather and Yawn has a YouTube channel. I know they're on Instagram, and I know they're on Facebook. I don't know. I'm fairly new to them, so, but they have some cute printables for sure. I mean, how cute is this bumblebee and the honey envelope? I think it's rather cute. The trick is just going to be figuring out if I can do it or not. Okay. We got a few little honeybees out of that. Yeah, I'll set that in my honeybee pile. Okay, so I assume that we fold, oh, like, that's nice. Yeah, that's really nice how that worked. I assume I need my bone folder. And I think the way this works is we fold along this teeny tiny line. We fold along this teeny tiny line somewhere. And then we fold up. And then we fold over. Okay, so I want to give us a grunge on all of our edges. Even in our folds. I know I probably won't see that part, but I'm just trying to give us a good coating. Yeah. Okay. This is a cute little set for sure. Did I get everybody? Okay, now let's glue. And I probably could use glue stick, but I'm going to use Weld Bond. Along these little flaps. And if we glue like that, I might print off another one or two of these. These are cute and would be fun in a journal for sure. Okay, I'm gonna let that sit, and you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let that sit with a glue bottle on it to let it sit while I work on these guys. Now, I could use these stamps. I think I will. I think I'm going to try to. I wonder if they're going to need. Yep, I'm probably going to have to glue those down. They're a thicker sticker. to be sure they don't flip up. And I want to do a little line down the middle, you know, to kind of give it the feel of a postcard. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a ruler. And we are just gonna do that. And while I got my ruler out, well, let's see here. Let's stick our sticker on first. I'll do this guy. Give us a little bit of glue. So this really isn't a letter now that I'm thinking about this. This is more of a postcard. But we got it in an envelope like a letter. Right? So we're going to count it as a letter. Okay, and we should tuck in there perfectly. Okay. Nice. I like this. This was a fun little project. Again, Hither and Yon Studios. This is where this came from. And of course, you can't really see the inside, but, you know, if you look down in there, you can see that there's image in there, so that's pretty cool. I kind of feel like it needs something here, but I don't know what, so I'll leave it alone for now. Yeah, I kind of like it. They're journal cards. You can journal here or on the backs, no problem. Tuck them in here. I like it. I'm going to call that a wrap for Junk Journal January. And I've got these fussy cuts. I could fussy cut and glue maybe I'll fussy cut that little flower out real quick and glue him on the edge. On that. Yeah. I'm going to go right up to the edge of it. I'm not going to... right up to the edge of it, and then I'll hit it with some ink. February is right around the corner, and I am tackling two things in February that I know of. Neither of which are month-long challenges per se. One of them is a inchy challenge, which to some people, an inchy is the 2-inch little art forms. I call them twinchies because 2 and twinch, inch and 2 inch and twinchy. But the person I'm doing this inchy challenge with is, I think it's a watercolor challenge. I assume it is because in preparation for it, I had to have, it's a 2-week challenge. I had to have 2-inch watercolor squares. And so I've got these. I'm going to have to dig out my watercolor. Because I don't play in watercolor very much, which is kind of why I've decided to do this challenge. I'll have to figure out, of course I'll be online with it. I'll show you guys more about it as it comes closer, but with the information and all that, who's doing it. So I'm doing that. It's an inchy challenge, but it's working with 2-inch squares. And again, I think it's watercolor, which is something I don't normally do. So it'll be kind of new to me. And so there's that. It's 2 weeks in February. And then I'm starting I want to say it's 6 or 8 weeks course. It's called Badass Art Journal. And basically it's going to be doing different techniques in an art journal. So I'm doing that starting in February as well. So yeah, I don't know how much of that I'll be on here with, but I'll figure it out. I don't really know what I've stepped into with that. So the inchy challenge I do plan to do here. It's like I said, 2 weeks in February. I'll as it gets closer to time, I'll have more information about that. And so that's what I got coming up for February. I'm not doing any month-long alongs. But you guys will see me piddling around with something. So that's a wrap for Junk Journal January 2025. Apologies if you were, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. Apologies if you were looking for these 5 or 6 or 7 that I skipped. Sometimes you just do that. So check out Hither and Yon to see what they're up to. Again, I think they're on Instagram and Facebook, but they have a newsletter that goes out that you can participate in and again, get freebies and all that good stuff. So thanks for joining me. I will see you guys next month. Be sure and check out @Meg Journals and the hashtag Junk Journal January to see what everybody else is up to this month. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.